Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video, and guess what? Yes, it's returned. It from below has returned with the flippy lid. Yes, Poundland bin is back, and we are going to dig down deep, try and find something very interesting. Probably Nicolas Cage or John Travolta. Yes. Okie dokie, let's do it then. First time back, make it a good one. Hello, Poundland bin. How are you? Sorry I've been neglecting you. Yeah, bloody think so, sticking me in a corner and letting me get dusty. Right, okay, shall we have a look and see what's in there? I know we've got, what, Buster Minion, Buster Blu-ray. Are you ready, folks? Oh, yes, baby. Okay, well, it hasn't had a refill, so it's still got the same old shit in it. But I think we should dig down, and we should dig down to this side. Here we go. Oh. And I've got something that's sealed. Can you hear it? Rustle, rustle, hearty. Oh yes, we're sealed, baby. It's not Baby Yoda, it's Baby Seal. It is sealed. There's no slip cover on it though. Right, time to pull a couple of funny faces. And it's upside down. Oh no. Oh. I swear to you, this was not planned in any way. I swear this was not planned. I stuck my hand down there, had a jiggle about, felt something that was sealed and yanked it out. That's what she says. Oh my God. Why did I put it down on the left-hand side? I should have gone to the right-hand side. Oh my goodness me. It is, oh God, and it's the extended edition. I don't think I've ever seen the extended edition actually. But look, it's in glorious 3D. So yes, I have seen it. I will review it. I'm not going to stick it back in there and find something else. Probably Bad Mums. No, whatever comes out, I'm reviewing. So you'll get to know my thoughts on Ghostbusters Answer the Call. There is one good thing about this. It does have Melissa McCarthy. I do enjoy Melissa McCarthy. She's a very funny lady. But, yes, we'll discuss Chris Hemsworth later. But yes, let's watch Ghostbusters Answer the Call, and I shall give you my opinion after the film. Okay, so I've got the old wrapping off it. Oh, yes. I do like it that it's in a clear case though. That's a good thing. Shame there's no inside artwork. So we have Ghostbusters there. Standard 2D. We have a bonus disc and we also have the 3D. So hopefully the extended version is also on the 3D and not just the Blu-ray. But yes, who are you gonna call? Lots of women. Okie dokie. In you go. Hit me, Ray Parker Jr. Yes, I know we haven't done it for quite a long time, but do you know what? It's not all about you anymore. No, it's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about Baby Yoda and Porgs. Right, got a bit of a problem. Can anybody remember where I got up to? Because I certainly can't. Hang on a minute. I think I'm going to have to... Oh, God, what's going on there? Yes, I'm going to... Yes, I'm going to have to look at the previous video and have a look. So I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, so I found which one we're up to. Oh, yes. Right, what did Obi-Wan say? You're focusing on the negative, Anakin. Be mindful of your thoughts. Move beyond your negative thoughts. We all have troubling thoughts. Perhaps you find yourself increasingly filled with resentment towards your mentor because you feel like you're being held back. Just don't let your dark musings consume you, or you could end up with Darth before your name. Darth Pauly. Focus instead on aligning your thoughts and actions to achieve your goals. You don't need the Force to accentuate the positive and realise your dreams. Yes, you don't have to be a Sith, but it helps. Fantastic. That is Be More Yoda for another week. I think we're about halfway through. Another week? You haven't done it in about 2 bloody months. That's enough for this week then. Don't forget, I've still got other books to do. I've got Be More... Is it Be More Anakin? No, it's Be More with Leia, I think. Be More R2-D2, I think. Well, that'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it? I'd just be going all day long. Oh, dear me. Right, okay, disc is in, so let's get playing and let's watch Ghostbusters Answer the Call in 3D. If there's something sad that will make you mad, what are you going to buy? The 2016 Ghostbusters. Let's do it. 2 hours of ghosts and ghouls later. Ooh.
Hi. Hello. Sorry, I didn't know anyone else was here. What a ding-a-ling. I forgot to introduce. This is my mentor, Dr. Rebecca Gorin.
This is reckless, Janine. All someone has to do is sneeze too hard and everyone in this building is going to disintegrate.
Okay, so Ghostbusters Answer the Call 2016. Before I get on to my thoughts, if you disassociate this completely from the 80s movies, if you disassociate original Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, it's actually an enjoyable film. In the whole, it's an enjoyable film. I know I've kind of joked about it in the past, and a lot of people joke about it, but when it comes down to it, if you just want some all-action, ghost hunting, action-adventure comedy, it's actually not a bad film. I've seen it a few times now. There is 2 versions of this film. There's the standard edition, which is 116 minutes, and the extended cut, which is 134 minutes. So the extended cut, you're getting about an extra 20 minutes. From what I could see, though, unfortunately, the extended cut is only available on the Blu-ray, not on the 3D. You only get the theatrical on the 3D, unfortunately. So I might have to rewatch it again at some point, just watching the extended version. Yeah, the argument that has always been with this movie is that it's crapping all over the original films, and a lot of people didn't like the fact that these 4 women were kind of like turning the original classic that people remember into kind of a joke, you know, shitting all over it, so to speak. But the thing is, nothing is ever going to happen to the original Ghostbusters. It's just because this film has come along, the original Ghostbusters is not all of a sudden going to vanish. This is just a more up-to-date, modern version for a modern audience. Now, it stars one of my favourite comedians, Melissa McCarthy. Absolutely loved her in the show Mike and Molly, one of my favourite shows. She was also absolutely fantastic in Spy. That is an absolutely hilarious movie. If you haven't seen Spy, definitely watch it. Bit of Bond and kick-ass type of action in there. You also have Kristen Wiig. I believe she was in Bridesmaid with Melissa McCarthy. You also get Kate McKinnon. She was a really good character in this film. I think she was one of the strongest characters because she was like the scientist that was developing all the new tech and trying out all the tech. She was like the Q. She was the Bond gadget master of the Ghostbusters. And then, of course, you get Leslie Joseph there. Leslie Joseph was in Birds of a Feather. That'd be an interesting film. Leslie Jones, who isn't a scientist. All of the others are scientists and authors and that. But she's the person that works down in the underground station that stumbles upon a load of ghosts. And she gets sucked in, she gets pulled in, she wants to be a part of it. Basically, she's the Ernie Hudson of the Ghostbusters world. Yes, we also get Kevin, played by Chris Hemsworth. Now, when I first saw this film, I didn't know what to make of Chris Hemsworth's character. He was definitely comedying up, and he was definitely dorking it and just having so much fun with it. But for the first time I watched it, I didn't think it worked as well. But now, after several watches, I kind of get his character now. I understand where the jokes come from, and I understand why he is as he is, why he's dorkiness. And of course, Kristen Wiig's character has got the total hots for him. So he could be standing there in just a pair of boxers and should be perfectly happy. The basic premise is there's this weird guy that has always been bullied and it doesn't fit into the world. And he builds this contraption that is basically going to open up this portal and suck all of the trapped ghosts and trapped entities from another universe, from a parallel reality, down into New York and play havoc, basically. And it's up to these four to go and stop him. He's okay as a character, but it works better when he actually dies and his essence or his ghost form actually materialises into Chris Hemsworth. Then it just becomes, quite entertaining. There's the usual thing that you would expect in a Ghostbusters film, running around New York. You get to see the proton packs, with the streams, which I'll talk about that more in a minute. You get all these new inventions, all these new weapons that we've never seen before, invented by Kate McKinnon's character there. Some of them are absolutely hilarious when they're tested in the nearby alleyway, especially when Melissa McCarthy gets hold of one of them. I must admit, I did actually probably laugh out loud probably a dozen times in this film. I don't know how it's become far funnier film and a more entertaining film than I ever remember it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's maybe the situation that we're in worldwide or personal things that I've gone through. But it's actually a fun movie. And if you just brush aside the past Ghostbusters and look at this as a fresh film, imagine there was never a Ghostbusters in the past. It's actually a really entertaining piece of movie making. It's directed by, Paul Feig probably, who did Bridesmaid, amongst other things. I like the dialogue. The dialogue is witty. Sometimes you get some cringe moments, like when they all stepped out of Ecto 1 and said, let's go, and then they had that funny little argument amongst themselves. I don't think that was needed, because that kind of it was a bit cringy. But there are some really good one-liners. There's some witty comebacks. One of the best scenes near the end with Kate McKinnon's character flipping a button on her backpack. 2 pistols come out and she licks it. And that's one of the good scenes. Cameos. We get a lot of cameos. including Ernie Hudson. We get Dan Aykroyd playing a taxi driver or cab driver, slotting in a very well-known saying as he drives off. We get quite a large role by Bill Murray, playing this scientist that's trying to debunk the actual Ghostbusters themselves and saying that they're fake after they put up a couple of videos on YouTube. We get the receptionist from the original Ghostbusters, what do you want? Which she had to throw that line in this film. And of course we get Sigourney Weaver, and you have to stay around for the end of the film because you get a couple of mid-credit scenes and an end credit scene, which I guess at the time was a potential spoiler for a sequel to the film. We'll probably never get a sequel to the film. It could be entertaining, but it didn't really get a big rap when this film came out. And I don't think they would probably make a sequel, unfortunately. As for the ghosts themselves, we get a few familiar sights, such as the green Slimer, although he's eating hot dogs this time and driving the Ecto-1. We get to see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and of course, right to the end, to top that, we get a massive size version of the Ghostbusters logo. So we get him trying to defeat them, like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man did. So first of all, let's talk about the visuals. Right, now the visuals in this film are spectacular. The ghosts are, some of them are really scary, some of them are funny. There's all sorts of wacky looking designs and giant balloons. The visuals from the Proton Pack, from the streams, are fantastic. There was a great scene in a concert hall with also a cameo by Ozzy Osbourne. One of the funniest scenes from the actors themselves was that come from Chris Hemsworth, and I don't recall laughing that hard before. When he got the job as being the receptionist for them, and he asked if he could bring he said, "Can I bring my cat?" And I think it was Melissa McCarthy who said that she had an allergic reaction to cats, and he said, "I haven't got a cat, I've got a dog, but the dog is called Mike Cat." No, it doesn't sound very funny, but when it's played out by these characters, yeah, I actually really laughed at that. I don't remember that line being that funny before. I'm going to talk about the sound. The sound was in DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. I'd like to hear it in Atmos. I don't think I have the 4K for this, so I believe maybe the 4K has an Atmos track. But certainly the 5.1 soundtrack was fantastic. Really loud. The streams were loud. There was lots of thundering bass, and the music was banging, and it was just a great soundtrack. Lots of use of the surrounds as well. Now let's talk about the 3D. So far as 3D films are concerned, there's a very few 3D films that really show what 3D can actually do. One of the films is Avatar. The 3D in this was actually flipping good. Yeah, the image is framed at 235 by 1, so you've got the letterbox format. What was great about this is that visuals poured over into the black bars, so it made it look like explosions, and these streams and these ghosts were exploding out of the screen and coming down to you, and it made it that much more of a visual experience. Seriously, there was so much stuff coming out of the screen, and it just looked really good, really good. The depth to the movie, there was a lot of depth, a real lot of depth, so it really showed how a 3D movie can be done. And also pop-out moments, I would say there was probably 6 or 7 times during the film I actually ducked because it was seriously good with these pop-outs. The final scene flips it up to IMAX when they're trying to shut this portal up, and it looks absolutely incredible. The visuals hitting you left, right and centre, coming out of the screen, in your face, just transports you into this world. And they did a really good job on the 3D to this, seriously. And really, that's how I watch the film. This shouldn't really be watched as a standard 2D Blu-ray. It shouldn't even be watched as a 4K. There's only one way to watch this film, and that is in 3D, because that's where you get the kick. That's where you get the massive 3D experience. So yeah, ignore 4K, ignore 2D. You've got to go for the 3D on this. Okay, so as for the package itself, you get a nice clear case. Up here it says extended edition and bonus disc, also includes theatrical edition, packed with even more laughs and fun scares. You get the theatrical and extended cut of the film, 2 filmmaker commentaries, over 15 minutes of hilarious bloopers, 30 minutes of laugh out loud alternate takes, 4 deleted scenes, slime time, behind the scenes featurette. Plus the bonus disc includes 30 extended and alternate scenes, more alternate takes, supernatural featurettes and a photo gallery. As I say, the extended cut is about 20 minutes longer, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what 20 minutes has been cut out. But I will actually watch the 2D version, the extended cut. It won't be as engrossing, but I want to see what scenes have actually been removed. It's region free, and you get 3 discs and some lovely artwork. So yes, that is my review of Ghostbusters Answer the Call. I know a lot of you were probably thinking, he's really lost it this time. It's a terrible film. And for the most part, if you, like I say, if you compare it to the original Ghostbusters, yes, it's not as classic. A lot of people didn't like the fact that these 4 women, well, were bulking themselves up to be the Ghostbusters. And a lot of people were like, because we're in a modern age now with women wanting to be equal and that kind of thing, I think they were thinking that it's just a group of women trying to want to make a statement, or a film studio wanting to make a statement that women can be Ghostbusters as much as men can be Ghostbusters. These 4 women actually can be Ghostbusters. So yeah, I had no problems with the cast whatsoever. I thought they all did a really good job. It is actually an entertaining film. I enjoyed it this time far more than I did before. So I don't know the reason why, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. On a scale then of 1 to 10, how would I rate Ghostbusters? Answer the Call. I'm going to give it 6.5 spectral phantasms. Yes, 6.5. I think that's okay. I think that's a good score. I don't want to go too high because that'd be just insane. But 6.5, and because of the added 3D and the visuals as well, the wittiness of some of these brilliant ladies. But yeah, 6.5. So yeah, Ghostbusters Answer the Call. Okay, so that is Ghostbusters Answer the Call. Much more entertaining than you probably would imagine, and that I expected. Yes, I expected not as entertaining, but yeah, really surprised me this time. So what am I going to do with Ghostbusters Answer the Call? Is it going to go up there on the shelf, or is it going to go in the recycling bin? Considering this was £2 from Poundland and includes extended cuts, all those bonus features, 3 discs, the 2D, the extended version. What are we going to do with it? Well, there is the recycling bin. Yes, it's been empty for quite a while now. Is it going to go in there? Down the vortex. Actually, no, it's not. It's going on the shelf. Yes, it's going on the shelf as a keeper. I know you might be thinking he's off his flipping rocker. I enjoyed the film. What can I say? So I hope you enjoyed this episode of What's in the Poundland Bin. The Poundland Bin will return probably in 2 weeks, because next week will be What Flick Will Pauly Pick. Fantastic. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Stick down in the comments if you enjoyed Ghostbusters Answer the Call. If you didn't enjoy Ghostbusters Answer the Call, what main things did you not like about it? What made you dislike it? And don't just say because it's Ghostbusters with women. Tell me the reason why you don't like it. And until next time, bye bye.